Good morning, everyone. And thank you to Amber for allowing me to share a little something for your Monday morning uplift. I'm excited to be with you. And I wanted to talk to you about everything that's going on with everything from our COVID to our political parties to chaos in our streets, in our neighborhoods. And there's just so much going on in the past 5 to 6 months. It feels like an awful lot of interruption. So I wanted to share about yesterday. I went into the grocery store just to buy toilet paper. And sure enough, I go in there and toilet paper's gone. The toilet paper is gone except for one. There was one package, and I found myself being very in this guarded position, a defensive position, and I walked up to it. And I'm like, spreading my arms out wide, to deflect anyone if anyone were to throw down with me to try and get that last package of toilet paper. And the whole time I'm sitting here scratching my head, going, "Here we are again." I think I just experienced this about 3 months ago. 2 weeks ago, there was toilet paper on the shelves, and voila, here we go again. No toilet paper on the shelves. So, needless to say, I did get my package of toilet paper. It was under lock and key coming home, and if you need some, well, we can barter and we can trade. We can swap out deals. So, what do we do with all these interruptions? What do we do with them? And so I'm taking this video and shooting it here in my office, and you can see behind me on the wall, you'll see these tiny, like I'm going to point, you see that little mark right there, and there's another little mark right here, followed by a little pink tab right there with some pipes and some hardware up on my desktop. So originally I had shelves built up here on this wall, and they were really cool. I loved them, and everything about it seemed cool and trendy and everything that I wanted. However, I did not do a good job with my anchors, and I knew when I had put them in, I had inserted them into a hollow wall, and I put in these flimsy small anchors thinking, I'm not going to put that much weight on these shelves. They'll be able to take it. And sure enough, I'm like kind of like a pack rat. I'll start and I'll put my pencils up there. I'll put my drawings up there. I put a couple of books up there, and everything was going fine. And then sure enough, I put too much stuff up there. And when I did not expect it, that entire shelf system just came crashing down, every single bit of it. It's amazing it did not bust up my computer. And so it was a shock. I wasn't expecting that shelf to fall down. After all, I had put it up there and thought I'd done an okay job. I hadn't done the best. I knew I'd been kind of shoddy with it, but I expected it to at least hold what the things I had put up there. And I think that's a lot like our lives. We have these shelves in our lives, and we've kind of anchored them into these hollow walls. And we're like, well, we could just put one more thing up there and one more thing up there and one more thing up there. And at a certain capacity, it reaches its max capacity. It hits that breaking point, and the world and everything just comes crashing and collapsing down. And so what do we do with that? I mean, it's a reality. That doesn't sound very uplifting, does it? Here's the good thing about it. Here's the one thing that I love about things that break, or things that come crashing down, or things that get old or age out. One of the most wonderful things about them is that they can be repurposed, and it kind of offers us a fresh slate, a fresh opportunity to start again. And that's exactly how God is with our own lives. We can make a mess out of a situation, or we just don't know what to do, or we've overloaded on something and it all comes crashing down in our lap. So what do? Well, we go back to the drawing board. And so what you're seeing, my little pink tab, and then I've got some little nails up there, because those little nails, let's see if I can point. There they are. Those little nails now represent the studs in the wall. And so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put up new shelves, and I'm going to use new brackets that are a lot more sturdy, can handle a lot more weight. And this time I'm going to put those screws into my studs. And because my son came over here and helped me find the center on the wall. My clock is a little bit off center, but he found the center on the wall. So he found where that stud is. And so now I know that off of that stud, I can go approximately 16 to 18 inches, and I'm going to find the next stud. So guess what that means? Every shelf that I'm now going to place up on this wall will now be anchored into a stud, and these shelves are now going to be at max capacity, where I can put the things up there that I value and that I need, that can help me get through my entire day and what it is, whether I'm working on a book or whether I'm working on a project. I need to be able to have a shelf that is fully functionable. And it's the same thing with our lives. We can have these pockets, these holes in our lives, and we kind of stick these anchors in them and think, oh, okay, I'm trekking along, I'm doing all right. Oh, boom, COVID hits. I'm kind of trekking along, doing all right. Oh, now I go grocery store, I can't get toilet paper. Oh, now my blood pressure's starting to go up higher and higher, and person cut me off on the road, and I'm ready to ram them off of the road because my patience is really, really thin, because it feels like my world is crashing down. Great news. Even though our world feels like it's crashing in and falling down, and things are breaking, and they are opportunities for deeper conversations and deeper reflections. But with that, it doesn't mean that it's a complete loss. It's an opportunity to rebuild, and to rebuild with strength. So I hope that today, on your Monday, that is a thought, that is something that you can kind of be chewing on throughout this week. Whether if something has broken in your life, or you just kind of feel like, hey, there's just some mass chaos going on, it is an opportunity for new. It's an opportunity to take something that has been old and to recreate it into something that is new. And it's also an opportunity to find the studs on your wall so that you can anchor into a firm foundation. Thank you again, everyone. Happy Monday. And this has been Christina Gallegos, and thank you for taking a few moments with me today.